Welcome back, recruits. I'm Detective Destiny, and I'll be assisting with your training to become detectives. Say what? That's right. You're on your way to becoming the finest class of detectives that I have ever seen.
Right now, we are at the ruins of an ancient city called Babylon. They were not great people. They thought they were better than even God.
Say what? They thought they were better than God? That's crazy. God is so amazing and powerful, and we need him so much. He helps us every day, he guides our lives, he gives us blessings.
Oh, I know, Destiny. But apparently, they tried to build a gigantic tower to reach heaven so that they could be higher than God.
I'm pretty sure that's literally impossible.
Well, I said they were bad. I didn't say they were smart.
Fair enough. So what kind of clues should we tell our recruits to look out for today? Say what? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, they want us to read the old writings on the wall.
Oh, great idea, guys. Let's see. Wait a minute. Bluey, I think these are all written in different languages.
That's impossible. All of the workers lived in the same country, so they should all speak the same language.
Wait a minute. Bluey, nothing is impossible with God, remember? The Bible said that when they were building the tower, God made them all speak different languages so they couldn't finish construction. But how do we prove it?
Destiny, I think we already did. Look at all those different languages. That's our proof. I don't know why else those would be there. These construction workers were all working on this giant tower when God decided to make them all speak different languages.
That's such a crazy way to stop the project. I feel like God could have sent like an earthquake or a crazy storm to knock it over. Instead, he made them all speak different languages. Imagine you just started randomly speaking Italian and didn't understand English anymore. You wouldn't be able to understand any of your friends or family.
That is where the research part of being a detective becomes important. I'm pretty sure that there's a very specific reason why he decided to make them all speak different languages, but I can't seem to remember.
Oh, I know. I think it had something to do with having faith. They didn't have faith, so God had to do something about it. That proves I'm a better detective than you.
Do you remember anything else? Because that's not a lot of information.
No.
So anyway, let's go ahead and check in with Professor Kyle to see if the clues we found match the research. You did great today. Bluey, out.
Wait for me! Detective Destiny, out!
Hey everyone, I'm Kyle here, today to help you with the next phase of your detective training. Detective Destiny and Detective Bluey tell me that you are all studying the Tower of Babel right now, and that you found a clue. Let's see what it is. Got it right here. Okay. This kind of looks like some ancient language on here. Let me take a closer look. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I see. Haha. One of these languages definitely was a part of the city of Babylon. But not only that, these other languages that are on here are from a bunch of other places in the region. This is amazing because the clue proves that the Tower of Babel was worked on by people who all spoke different languages. Although they didn't finish it, and from the look of it, it's because they couldn't understand each other. I guess you could say that they were babbling. Okay. What do you think is the most important part of this story? Maybe that God is so creative because he created all of the languages? Or that he's so powerful because he can make everyone speak all of those different languages? Well, I think to find out the real meaning to this story, we have to go even further back to why God confused all the languages in the first place. So, have you ever had to learn something the hard way? Like maybe your mom told you to put on shoes before going outside, but you didn't want to? And then you might have gotten a sticker in your foot, burned your feet on some really hot pavement, or realized that rocks were too pokey to walk on. Your mom's plan was better than your plan. You just didn't realize it at the time. But then, what happened? You went inside to put on your shoes. So in the end, your mom's plan happened whether you wanted to follow it at first or not. Well, God knows what plan is best for everyone in the whole wide world. And if he says the plan is best, we need to listen to him. The people who built the Tower of Babel definitely learned that the hard way. God's plan is better than my plan. Let's all say that together. God's plan is better than my plan. We need to know that even if we don't understand why God does things a certain way, we need to have faith and trust in Him because He knows what is best. For this part of our research, we're going to turn to the Bible. The Bible is one of the most important tools that you will ever use. It's full of wild, crazy, and true stories, just like the Tower of Babel. Let's turn to the book of Genesis in the Old Testament to confirm our theory that God's plan is better than my plan. We could find this true story of the Tower of Babel in Genesis chapter 11, verses 1 through 9. At one time, all the people of the world spoke the same language and used the same words. As the people migrated to the east, they found a plain in the land of Babylonia and settled there. They began saying to each other, "Let's make bricks and harden them with fire." You see, in this region, bricks were used instead of stone, and tar was used for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let's build a great city for ourselves with a tower that reaches into the sky. This will make us famous and keep us from being scattered all over the world." Did you hear that last part? They wanted to be famous and not be scattered all over the world. But if we look back at the story of Noah from last week, God told them to go out into the world and multiply. So it doesn't sound like the people of Babel were living in God's plan. God's plan is better than my plan. Let's all say that together. You ready? God's plan is better than my plan. All right, let's keep on reading. But the Lord came down to look at the city and the tower the people were building. "Look," He said, "the people are united, and they all speak the same language. After this, nothing they set out to do will be impossible for them. Come, let's go down and confuse the people with different languages. Then they won't be able to understand each other." God saw that they were not living in His plans. They thought that they were better than God. So what did He do? He confused their languages. They couldn't all understand each other anymore because there was more than one language now. Do you think they spread out after that, just like God wanted them to do? Let's find out. In that way, the Lord scattered them all over the world, and they stopped building the city. And that is why the city was called Babel, because that is where the Lord confused the people in different languages. In this way, He scattered them all over the world. Whose plan do you think was the best plan? It's God's. And this also relates back to last week, where we learned all about how God always keeps His promises. God promised that His people would be scattered all over the lands, and He made sure that that would happen. We also need to know that God is always more powerful, more knowledgeable, and more loving than we will ever be. When He created each of us, He made the most amazing plan for our lives. And He wants us to live in the plan that He has for us. He doesn't want us to go off and build our own plan. When we make Him the leader of our lives, we have to begin asking Him to show His amazing plan for our lives to us. And He promised that He will, even if we don't know what that is right away. God's plan is better than my plan. Let's all say that together. You guys ready? God's plan is better than my plan. Wow, you guys did such a great job today. I can't wait to see you all becoming real detectives. What do you think is the most important part of the story that we all learned today? You know, all great detectives always check their work with other people. So, turn to somebody next to you, turn to the person next to you, and share some ideas. This week, start asking God what His amazing plan for our life is. He promised that He has one for you. Maybe you're ready to make Jesus the leader of your life right now so that you can start living in His plan for your life. You can do that with me right now. Just pray with me. Dear Jesus, we love you so much. Thank you for all that you do for us, the promises that you have for us. Lord, today I want to start living the plan that you have for me. I want you to be the leader of my life so that I can start learning what that plan is. Come into my heart and change me. Amen. Wow, if you made that big decision to let Jesus into your heart today, please tell a leader. That's something to be celebrated. I'll catch you guys next week. Take care.
Hey, I'm Christy. God always knows what's best. Have you ever thought that you know best in some kind of situation? Maybe in a group of friends or between your siblings? It can be really easy to get tangled up in your own thoughts and think that you have the best opinion or will make the best choices. In these cases, when you feel ready to tell someone that your way is best, stop. Remember, God is in control. Remember that you should make choices just like God does, with love and with kindness. Listen to those around you and be open to following a path that you might not have thought of following. Now let's practice our memory verse. All scripture is inspired by God and is useful to teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. 2 Timothy 3:16. God's plan is better than my plan. Let's all say that together. God's plan is better than my plan. See you later.